A very good morning, class. So today we are going to start with the chapter 5, that is states of matter. Here is a quote I have written that there are 3 states of matter, but what a state 1 is in that matter. It's not mine word, somewhere I have copied. But can you think of this line, what it does say? It's a very important thing that what state 1 is in that matters. Okay. So let's start with the chapter that is a state of matter, and this is kind of like it's a small chapter, and we will learn all the types of force of attraction present between the molecules in this chapter. So let's get started. These are the states of matter. We know that since beginning, since childhood, we are knowing that there are 3 states of matter, that is solid, liquid, and gas. And about all this, still 2 more compounds are like 2 more states of matter are discovered and we are known. So that is still not in that much use. Okay, but we will learn a few lines for that. We will learn. Okay. So now the 3 states of matter, and that is solid, liquid, gas, which we are doing since class 6, 7. Yes. So in that, if we talk about the properties, there the intermolecular force of attraction, which is very much high in the solid, and in the liquid it is less than solid, but in the gas it is least. Similarly, if we talk about the intermolecular space, since the force of attraction is quite high in the solid, so that's why intermolecular space will be least. Got it? And in liquid, it will be more than solid, and in gas, it is highest. If we talk about the thermal energy is least in solid because they are most stable. So that's why energy is least. In liquid, it is more than solid, but in gas, it is highest. And that's why, because thermal energy is highest over here, that's why they are least thermal stable. And this one is least, so that's why they have highest thermal stability. Got it? Now, this is a cartoon, I got it. So you just go through with this angry particle in states of matter, how this solid, liquid, gas, and plasma, the particles are thinking of. So that's just for fun. Okay, let's move to next topic. And here we are going to start with the intramolecular forces, and that is going to be an important part of this chapter because we will learn all the types of force of attraction, what are the attraction force and repulsive force that occur between the molecules. So here this is the green one represents the attractive force, attraction, and the gray one is showing repulsive force, repulsion. Okay. So we can see that this is delta minus, so they are repulsion over here, they are delta plus, and this is delta minus, so attraction is there. Similarly, delta plus is there, repulsion. Opposite charges attracts, same charges repel. Yes. So the force of attraction and the repulsion between interacting particles, that is called intermolecular force of attraction. Interacting particles can be atom or the molecule. Okay, so whatever the force of attraction or the repulsive force which is acting, which is interacting between the particles, so that is called intermolecular force of attraction. Now we will learn about the types of intermolecular forces. What are the type? There are the 4 types. One is dispersion force, the second is dipole forces, third is dipole induced dipole forces, and fourth one is hydrogen bonding. So about the dispersion force, small point over here. It is a very weak forces and also known as London force. Okay, London was a scientist. It's not कि London में ये discover हुआ था. London was is a name of scientist. Dipole forces force of attraction is also known as Kisum forces because it was discovered by Kisum scientists. Induced dipole forces, it exists between polar and non-polar molecule, and hydrogen bonding, we are well known with this special case of dipole. What exactly they are, that we are going to learn in detail. So just wait for that moment. First thing, we are going to understand that understanding instantaneous dipole and instantaneous induced dipole. What is the instantaneous dipole and instantaneous induced dipole? So see, this is the picture. I can show you helium. I have taken the helium atom, 2 atoms of helium. One is denoted as A and another is denoted as B. So there is no polarization. Okay. But in this case, A is having instant dipole moment आया, just for moment it the positive and negative charge over there it attract because of the movement of the electron somewhere it get condensed, so that's why delta minus, and due to other side it will be delta plus. But still this one is non-polar, it is not having any charge. But in the second instant, if you see, it is inducing the dipole over here also. That means due to this it is inducing the different dipole, like it is delta plus, so it is inducing here delta minus, and due to which one side of this atom will have the delta plus. So this is called induced dipole on an atom B. Okay, that means it was having some dipole and इसने induce कर दिया, इसने just what we say induce, that is impact, थोड़ा सा impact it has given, so that is called induced dipole in atom. Okay, similar another example, H2, no polarization over here, no plus minus charge, but for an instant it has it got the plus and minus charge because of this electron movement. Okay, so due to which in another instant what it has done, it has induced the opposite charge on the another molecule, and this is called induced dipole on molecule B. Okay, in order to understand the origin of these forces, let us consider two noble gas atom A and B very close by each other, very close to each other, which I have already explained to you. Each atom is uncharged because its electronic charge cloud is symmetrically distributed around the nucleus. Okay, why they are not it's not positive negative charge are not there, it's a symmetrically distributed, that's why it is not having any polarization over there. Yes, however, due to the motion of the electrons, as I told you right now, motion of electron, because electrons are continuously moving, isn't it? So we can imagine that for a fraction of time, the electronic charge distribution in one of the atoms, say A, becomes unsymmetrical. One side it got crowded, isn't it? And that is electron cloud is more on one side than the other. And during this a very short period, the unsymmetrical center of positive and negative charges do not coincide. Their center do not coincide. One side it is positive, another side it is negative, and it is just fraction of time, Okay. So as a result of instantaneous distribution of electron, that instant distribution जो हुआ उसकी वजह से, instantaneous distribution of electron in an atom, there is a small temporary dipole, okay, small temporary dipole occurs, and that is called instantaneous dipole. ये जो इनके अंदर आया, that is called instantaneous dipole. And this instantaneous or transient dipole, we can say, distort the electron distribution, electron cloud in the neighboring atom B, like this, and induces the dipole on this atom B also, and which is known as instantaneous induced dipole. I just want to ask that what is the difference between instantaneous dipole and instantaneous induced dipole? Instantaneous dipole is due to the movement of electron. Just fraction of time the electronic charge distribution gets distorted, and that's why it is called instantaneous dipole occur over there. And due to this instantaneous dipole, the another molecule also get polarized, get dipole, and that is called induced dipole. Instantaneous induced dipole. Got it? Yes. This is the temporary effect. As the electron will go its own position, that effect will be over. Effect will be negligible over there. The temporary dipoles of atom A and B attract each other. Just for instant, it attracts each other. जैसे ही इलेक्ट्रॉन अपने वापस पोजीशन पे जाएगा, that will be in the same non-polarization. ये अब ऊपर वाले की तरह हो जाएगा. Got it? So the temporary dipole of atom A and B attract each other, and these attractive forces are also called instantaneous dipole. जो यहाँ हुआ, you can see where is this one, and instantaneous induced dipole जो यहाँ हुआ. Got it? I hope it is clear. Let's move to next slide. This you can see as a GIF, how these two particles are coming closer, and induced dipole causes attraction. You can see there is no permanent dipole. Two neon atoms approaches, electromagnetic force of attraction occurs, and this induced dipole causes attraction, and they come closer. जैसे ही इलेक्ट्रॉन वापस अपने पोजीशन पे गया, There's a distortion, you can see. Yes, and as the electron go back to its position, the same वापस वैसे आ जाएगा. Got it? So it is an instantaneous effect. Now this is London dispersion force. Dispersion force, or you can say that the London dispersion force, it is present between non-polar molecule, and that is the point to know that this is the dispersion force which occurs only in the non-polar molecule. Got it? It was first studied by German physics, that is Fritz London, and therefore these are known as London forces. These are also called dispersion force. As the name suggests, dispersion force. What does it mean? Because the charge will be dispersed on the molecule. Let me show you. These forces are always attractive because charge distribute. अभी कोई charge नहीं था, and the charge will spread all over the molecule. So always act as an attractive force. These forces are always attractive, and the interaction energy due to these forces is proportional to sixth power of the distance between two interacting particles. So that is to point like MCQ can be asked that what is the power, and it is directly proportional to what. So that is, but in general, not that much used. Okay. So this force is proportional to sixth power of the distance between two interacting particles. What are the two interacting particles? उनके बीच का जो distance होगा उसके sixth power के inversely proportional होगा ये. Got it? These are the significant only at the short distance. ये सिर्फ about 500 picometer अगर होंगे molecules, two molecules are closer to each other and they are in the range of 500 picometer, then only this dispersion forces will act. Okay. Now the next thing is these also depend upon the polarizability of the molecule, and I hope you people are very clear with this word polarizability and polarization. We have done in chemical bonding. Fazan's rule I have explained. What is this polarizability and polarization? Polarization is the tendency of cation, while the polarizability is the tendency to be attracted towards the cation of an ion. Got it? Polarizability is always for an ion, and this is the tendency to get attracted towards the cation. And polarization is the property of cation due to which it attracts the cation. It attracts the anion towards itself. Okay. So next thing, understanding polarizability. The polarizability of an atom or a molecule is a measure of the ease with which the electrons and the nuclei can be displaced from its average position. अपने ओरिजिनल पोजीशन, अपने एवरेज पोजीशन से कैसे ये डिस्टॉर्ट हो जाता है, कैसे ये डिस्प्लेस हो जाता है, and where it will displace towards the cation. So the ease, that ease will be called polarizability. The more easily the electrons and nuclei can be displaced, greater will be the polarizability. I hope it is clear. Yes. The larger the polarizability, the greater is the magnitude of instantaneous dipole and hence stronger the London force. जितनी आसानी से anion polarize होगा, उतना ज़्यादा होगा instantaneous dipole at that moment, and stronger will be the London forces. This is the important point. Got it? Let's move to next thing. ये देखो, this is the London dispersion, how it is demonstration. This is the all over, okay? Non-polar molecules all over plus minus. At a certain point of time, that charges get like एक side हो गए. Yes, this is momentary dipole pulls the molecule together, and momentarily it comes close to each other. फिर again वापस. That's it. Yes. So that is you can see again London dispersion force. Right now, it is non-polar. The positive negative charge are like dispersed in this case. Certain moment of time, that charges come closer, positive and negative come closer, and they attract, and vapas, it is just for a moment. Vapas it goes back, and that's it. Okay. Another GIF I have for you. You can see that how the molecules are. You can see neon abhi pura dispersed hai, and this is how they are going closer. The blue one, you can see the electron in this second molecule. Here in the second molecule, where is this mouse? Yes, this is coming closer, and यहाँ पे ये side हो गया, isn't it? So this is dispersion force. Next is dipole forces. Dipole forces. We know that dipole moment, yes, where the positive negative electronegativity difference will be there. That in that case dipole are there. So these type of forces occur in molecules which have permanent electric dipole. Okay, that means permanent electronegativity difference will be there. So in that molecule it occurs like HCl, NH3, H2O. A polar molecule has separate center of positive and negative charges, and the end of dipole possesses partial charges. Got it? Let me show you with the diagram. These charges are shown by Greek letter delta. The important point is that which will have the permanent electric dipole, there only it will work. Okay, and polar molecule will have the separate center of positive and the negative. One side it will be positive, one side it will be negative. So obviously the center will be different, and ends of the dipole jo honge, that will possess partial charges, that is delta plus and delta minus. Greater the dipole moment of the molecules, greater are the forces of attraction. Because ionic ho jayega, that means electrostatic force of attraction will be there, and which is strong. So greater the dipole moment of the molecule, greater is the force of attraction. This effect was studied by Kissam in 1912. That is history, no need to learn, and is also referred to as an orientation effect. These forces are also called Kissam forces and produce a net attractive influences. These interaction are stronger than the London forces, and it's a kind of permanent force of attraction. Got it? You can see that this is having if we talk about the molecule, like this is a one molecule over here. So in this one center will have another, one end will have positive, another end will have negative. Similarly, दूसरे molecule, so that positive and negative will come closer and the force of attraction will work between them. So this is called dipole-dipole interaction. This one is also polar, this one is also polar, and their opposite charges will attract each other. So that is called dipole-dipole interaction. I hope it is clear. So dipole-dipole forces, अभी और कुछ देखते हैं थोड़ा. However, these are the weaker than ion-ion interaction. अब ये क्या है? Dipole-dipole and ion-ion interaction क्या है? ध्यान से समझ लो. This is ion-ion interaction का मतलब positive and negative ion, complete plus and complete negative, which is called electrostatic force of attraction. And this dipole-dipole forces का मतलब it will be delta plus and delta minus. So obviously interaction will be little less than this, so it will be weaker. Okay. These are weaker than ion-ion interaction because only the partial charges are involved. The interaction decreases with the increase of distance between the dipoles. As the dipole will go away from each other, this interaction will decrease. Yes. Dipole-dipole interaction energy between a stationary polar molecule, as in solid, is proportional to 1 upon r cube. Is directly proportional to 1 upon r cube, or you can say that is inversely proportional to cube of distance between the rotating polar molecule. Got it? That is, if we talk about it in the solid, polar molecule as in solid is proportional to 1 upon r cube, and that between rotating polar molecule will be 1 upon r power 6, where r is the distance between polar and polar molecules. Got it? Is it clear? In the solid जो कि fixed है, it is not in movement, so then r upon 1 upon r cube. But if it is rotating, moving, so then it will be 1 upon r6, r power 6. Got it? You can see that this dotted line, don't confuse with this dotted line with the hydrogen bond. This is not hydrogen bond. यहाँ interaction को show किया जा रहा है. This positive is interacted towards the negative part of this. This positive is attracted towards the negative part of this, like this. Interaction is there. Got it? It's not hydrogen bond. Dipole-dipole, we can see that ethanol, there is also electronegativity difference, and chloroform, HCN chlorine, that is also dipole over there. So whatever the force of attraction occurs between that is known as dipole-dipole force of attraction. So you have to check that whether this force of attraction will occur between the polar molecule. So what you have to check that both should be the polar. That's it. Okay. Now the dipole-induced dipole forces. That means one will be polar and another will be non-polar. Yes, you can see one has dipole, यानी one will be polar, another is induced dipole. मतलब वो पहले non-polar था, उस पे induce कर दिया गया, isn't it? So these type of attractive forces operate between the polar molecules having permanent dipole and the molecules having no permanent dipole. यानी कि polar and non-polar के बीच में होता है. Yes, I hope it is clear. Having no permanent dipole. For example, if the molecules of substance are non-polar, such as noble gas, iodine molecule, etc., they do not possess any dipole. उनके में कोई नहीं होता dipole. However, these molecules, when come into the neighborhood of other molecule which have permanent dipole, then an induced dipole appear. एक dipole induce हो जाता है उनके ऊपर, and that is वो non-polar के ऊपर एक dipole induce हो जाता है, and that force of attraction, उनके बीच में जो force of attraction होता है, that is called dipole induced dipole forces. Got it? The interaction energy is also proportional to 1 upon r power 6 as like other, and depends upon the dipole moment of the polar molecule, polarizability of the non-polar atom or the molecule. Higher the polarizability, higher will be the strong force of attraction. Lesser the polarizability, less will be that, isn't it? So you can see that it is isolated gaseous molecule, oxygen molecule, which is non-polar, and this one is induced dipole. ये induced dipole कैसे आ गया? Because of ये here suppose that water, this came in contact with the water, and water has a permanent dipole, isn't it? तो जब ये इसके contact में आया तो what happened? The polarization occurred. You can see that negative charge is going to attract towards the positive part of this, and that's why ये जो force of attraction काम कर रहा है, this is called dipole induced dipole. इसका अपना ये था, it is going to attract it towards, you can see that attracted towards this, and that's why it is called dipole induced dipole. Induced dipole आ गया इसके ऊपर, पहले कुछ नहीं था. Now it is having dipole and which is induced, and it is having permanent. Yes, clear? So this is called dipole induced dipole attraction. Now the note, the force existing between dipole and induced dipole are called dipole induced dipole forces. The easier the molecule are deformed, जितनी आसानी से हो जाएगा, मतलब जितनी ज़्यादा polarizability होगी, the greater are the attractive forces. As I told you already, this effect was studied by Debye in 1920 and is known as induction effect also. In this case also, cumulative effect of dispersion force and the dipole induced dipole interaction exist. दोनों force का accumulation exist करता है, dispersion force भी और dipole induced dipole का भी. Got it? The above three types of forces, London forces, dipole, and dipole-induced dipole, are collectively known as van der Waals force of attraction. Van der Waals force of attraction, which occurs between the gaseous molecule, it is a general concept, and van der Waals force of attraction can be of these type. That is, London forces, dipole-dipole, dipole-induced dipole, like this. The magnitude of each type of interaction will vary depending upon the types of molecule, which I have already explained. Yes. Now, ion dipole forces. This means one is ion and another is having permanent dipole. It is not ion, but it is having permanent dipole moment. Yes. We also come across attractive forces between an ion and the dipole known as ion dipole forces. Ion dipole interaction are between an ion, either it is a cation or an ion, and a polar molecule. Did you get that? What I have said? Like Cl minus and HCl के बीच में whatever the force of attraction will be there. Like O minus 2 and H2O के बीच में जो force of attraction. So that is called ion dipole forces. The strength of these forces depends upon the charge and the size of the ion, and the magnitude of the dipole moment and the size of the polar molecule. Got it? The strength of these forces depend upon the charge and the size of ion. Obviously, charge कितने ज़्यादा polarizability है, कितना ज़्यादा polarization power है, उस पर depend करता है. And on the magnitude of the dipole moment. Higher the dipole moment, higher will be the stronger will be the force of attraction. Size of the polar molecule. जितना bigger size होगा, more polarizability will be there, and hence more force of attraction will be there. The charge density on cation is more than on anion's charge density की बात करें तो मतलब number of electrons per unit volume. So obviously in the cation is more, and therefore a cation interacts more strongly with dipole than an ion having same charges but bigger size. This is the point to be learned. Yes. Cation has more electron density, so that's why it interacts more strongly with the dipole than an ion. Clear? Now the common example of ion dipole is hydration of ions. जब हम ion को hydrate करते हैं, water में dissolve करते हैं. So like I have example, Cl minus dissolve in H2O, O minus 2 dissolve in water. Yes, like this. This is the positive end of polar molecules are oriented towards negatively charged anion. How it is? You can see this is the H2O molecule. Consider karo. So positive part is going to attract with the negative one. Yes, this H. In this, they say negative end of the polar molecules are oriented towards positively charged cation. This is the Na plus. So negative charge will be attracted towards it. Yes. Another example, you can see that Na plus, how it is the molecules ion dipole attraction. Yes. This is the cation. So obviously the blue part is negative, isn't it? This is the polar molecule. So negative charge wala jo hoga wo compound. And this is the last force of attraction of hydrogen bonding. Already we have done in the chemical bonding. Yes, hydrogen bond is a special case of dipole-dipole interaction. When hydrogen atom is bonded to atom of highly electronegative element, such as fluorine, oxygen and nitrogen. I have told you already, the hydrogen atom forms a weak bond with the electronegative atom of the other molecule, and this bond is called hydrogen bond. Dotted lines it represent karte hain. Latin word was given and it is of two type. Yes, we know the energy of the hydrogen bond varies between 10 to 100 kilojoule per mole. This is quite a significant amount of energy, and therefore hydrogen bonds are powerful force in determining the properties of many compounds. As I have told you that wherever the hydrogen bond is there, it may be in the liquid state. That means a stronger force of attraction than the gaseous state. Yes. So next is that is intermolecular hydrogen bonding versus intramolecular hydrogen bonding, and already we have done in chemical bonding just now a few days back. Yes, intermolecular hydrogen bonding occurs between two neighboring molecules, intra within the molecule itself, isn't it? And if we talk about this, one second, yes. If we talk about the intermolecular hydrogen bonding has high melting point, boiling point than the low vapor pressure. What is this? Because it is occurring between two neighboring molecules. Okay, so force of attraction will be high, isn't it? And that's why it needs more energy to break the bond, and that's why have high melting and boiling point. And boiling point is inversely proportional to vapor pressure. So low vapor pressure will be there. While in this case, if we compare this force of attraction is lower than or weaker than this. So they have low melting point and boiling point with respect to them. Yes. Its stability is comparatively high because it is between two molecules. जबकि ये अकेले within the molecule के बीच में है, तो comparatively low stability. Example, you can say water, methyl alcohol, ethyl alcohol, sugar, etc. While in this case, orthonitrophenol, salicylic acid, salicylaldehyde, I have given you a few examples. Yes, you can see that how this bond is occurring. Hydrogen bond, this is the GIF. You can see that H and O ke beech mein what is the force of attraction is there, and that is called what? Or due to this freezing point is here, like we can see that the freezing point and it's gone freezed. Yes. Once more, we can see that, just see how the freezing point is going and it's freezed over here. Yes. Chaliye, this is another GIF. I got this. We can see that the bond, how they are forming a bond, plus minus, that interaction is there, isn't it? And this plus minus actually it's a force of attraction between the negative, electronegative element and hydrogen of the one molecule. That's it for today. So okay, this is the hydrogen bond, and this is all about the force of attraction which we have covered today, and that is the force of attraction which we are supposed to learn. So next thing we will move different things we have to do. So rest we will do in the next class. By the time, watch the video properly and make short notes. Enjoy your study. Thank you, class.